Hey everyone, in my last video I introduced the MiniVerb, the small eurorack reverb module I designed around the Daisy Seed platform. In this video, I'd like to give you an update on that and maybe show you how it's assembled. First, I finally got the new boards for version 1.1. There were a couple of updates since the first version. Last time I showed you how I got the first version to work by using a knife and some wires. This was of course just a temporary solution. Like with all my other modules, I'd want people to be able to use this one without having to slice some traces. So I fixed it right away on KiCad. I also normaled the two inputs, which means that if you don't plug anything into the right input, to use the audio from the left input instead. This way, you'd still get stereo output even with a single mono input. After the modifications, I sent my new set of files to PCBWay, who's been sponsoring the boards for this entire series. And here they are. The modules are made up of only two boards, the front panel which contains all the labels and the mounting points for the case, and the main board which holds all of the electronic components. The Daisy attaches to the main board using pin sockets, and the boards are held together by the pots and the jacks. This is one thing I learned to be more mindful of when designing new modules. My earlier ones had some play on them because I didn't use threaded pots and I didn't design for it, so they'd flop around like this mini ADSR. I recommend these RD901F pots. Assembly for the MiniVerb is pretty much like painting by numbers. You just have to follow the labels on the board. I'd start with the shorter components first, such as the resistors and the ICs, and then work my way up to the taller ones like the capacitors and the pots. The only tricky parts to solder are the pots under the Daisy. Because this is a through-hole module and I really wanted to keep the board small, I had to get creative and place some components under the Daisy. You can solder the headers first and then the pots, and also the other way around, the pots first before the headers. I've tried it out both ways and the experience was pretty much the same. Just be careful not to hit things with the soldering iron. I forgot to mention last video that because this module is fully programmable, the controls can be changed into anything you want. This can even be an entirely different effects module. My Inkscape files are also in the description in case you'd want to make a custom front panel for it. As always, I'll have links in the description to my codes and schematics. You can also find a link to the Gerber files if you'd like to print your own copies of the PCB. The boards for the SMT version have also arrived, but I'm still waiting on some parts, so we'll talk about this in a future video. That's all for now. Let me leave you with a quick jam featuring the MiniVerb. Thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video.